All right, so welcome everyone. So there's only just a few things you can really do to be a millionaire by 30. So I believe the best and the quickest way to be a millionaire by 30 is you're going to have to start a business or buy a business. Now we will discuss starting a business and buying a business in this video, and stay to the end where we'll review the best business we think you should buy. Now I hear you, you're probably saying, what about other ways to become a millionaire, like investing in stocks, buying real estate, or working, a high-paying job like being a neurosurgeon? They could become a millionaire by 30, right? Glad you asked. So we're going to look into each one of those and kind of go down that rabbit hole to see if they really can become a millionaire by 30. So let's first look at investing. So passive stock investing takes time for your investments to compound. So I'm not sure you can go from $0 to a millionaire by the age of 30. That's going to be a little tough. Even if you invested $100,000 every year for 10 years, it would be possible, but then what are you going to live off of, and where are you going to get that kind of money, right? And you're just going to need a high-paying job, boom, right away, right out of high school, 19, 20 years old. Now, you can do day trading, but that takes time to learn, and it's very risky. So you'll need money too, so you're going to need some money to do that. And you can lose, all your money day trading. And if you are day trading and you happen to be great at it, isn't that really a business? It's a side hustle, right? So it still fits into the start a business category that we talk about. So then you might say, hey, what about real estate? 10 years, I can get real estate and make tons of money. And it might be possible. Maybe you could go flip homes, use that money to buy rentals, and then just keep that cycle going. And to start out, with that, you can go borrow money. If you don't have a lot of money, you can borrow money from lenders, from short-term lenders. You could also borrow money to buy larger rental complexes. But you're going to need a lot of money. And do you have the connections in your 20s to really get the money you need to do that kind of investment deals? Find the properties to buy that are not overinflated in today's market is also just going to be tough. Plus, you have high interest rates right now, so your cost for long-term rentals will be a lot higher. If you can invest in properties and become a millionaire by 30, this would still fall into starting a business as a side hustle, or even just starting a business. So you might say, hey, what about if I go get a high-paying job, right? Like right out of high school, so I can become a millionaire by 30. So let's say you go to school, you become a surgeon, but that takes 8-9 years to become a surgeon. Then you've got to go build your practice. And once again, this is still running a business. And that's going to go way past your 30s to be able to get your practice in line so that you can become a millionaire. And there's a few other professions out there that you might be able to become a millionaire by 30, but the occupations are limited, right? Most careers, it's going to take you 20, 30 years to get the highest paying jobs like CEO or senior vice president. I don't think you're going to make it by the age of 30 to be able to climb the career ladder and become a multimillionaire. Now, if you look at all the wealthy people in the world, right, it's held by people that own businesses. So let's look at starting a business and how to be a millionaire by 30 with starting a business. If I were you, I would get a job. Then I would just start a side hustle to start my side business journey. You want to choose a side hustle that matches your skills and interests. So before you begin putting any energy into a side hustle, you need to think carefully about what exactly you're going to do. To be a millionaire by 30, you will not be able to do low-paying side hustles or a side hustle that is just not able to ramp it up. So YouTube is one of the top-paying side hustles that you can start today to invest time and effort into, and you can have a day job and then do the YouTube channel on the weekends and at nights. All you need to do is just consistently create valuable, enjoyable content for your end users. There are many ways to earn from YouTube. For instance, you can monetize your account with AdSense, the ads that they show on your videos. You can do sponsored videos for companies, and you can put affiliate products in your description area in your videos. Each video you make, if watched over the year, it's going to be like a mini ATM machine, right? So more and more people watch as years go on, and you make more and more money. Okay, another business you can start, people have done this online and done really well with it, creating a course, right? So you can create and sell courses online to make money. This has really seen a lot of growth over the last 5-10 years. The demand for credible courses is extremely high, and it's going to grow by 2026. The global learning market is expected to reach $375 billion from less than $200 billion in 2019. So example, take this Python course that I found that is recently 1 million enrolled students. It is priced at $11.99. Though not all the enrolled students are paid, some get free coupons. Even if half of them purchase the course at the current price, it means the course has earned more than $5 million, and the instructor who created the course roughly made $2.5 million. So obviously that instructor had to be really good in Python, but they created 24 hours of video content and 19 articles, and that's all they had to do. Once they created that, then they just have to update it once in a while, and that's brought in all that money for them. And all that money is pure passive income. The course was last updated back in September 2019, so they don't even update it every year. The other thing you can do is, instead of just starting up a business and then, doing it like part-time on the side, you can do a full-time startup business. So here are a few businesses that might be able to start as a side hustle, but more likely will have to quit your job and go to full-time, to ramp it up. So once you have a few ideas for the side hustles, it's time to figure out how to get started, right? Okay, so some businesses you can start. Service businesses are going to be pretty straightforward to start, like heating and cooling business. You can go to a 2-year school to get knowledge you needed to start, on working on air conditioners and heating systems. Many tradesmen go to joint vocational schools when they're in high school, and then right when they get out of high school, they can start working on, heating and cooling equipment. You can work the business, and as you grow the business, you can add more technicians, and once you get big enough, then you just run the business, and then you have the techs go out and do all the work. You can do this for any service business out there, such as power washing. You can do it for roofing. You can do it for security systems. You can do it for the plumbing business, window cleaning business. Any of those service-oriented businesses you can use that for. Another business you can start up is a SaaS company. So Perpetua, a software as a service company, empowers sellers on Amazon, and they started with 2,000 euros or a $2,236 loan. But unlike many other bootstrap companies, it didn't take long for Perpetua to turn a profit. Their first several $100 in revenue arrived only 4 weeks after they took the loan. They made their first million in 18 months. So it is possible to start a software business and ramp it up pretty quickly. Now, the other thing you can do is you can start a product business. So Michael O'Donnell started his barbecue tools and accessory company called Cave Tools in 2013 when he was only 23 years old. And still living at home with his parents, this guy spent $4,000 to cover his first product cost, and then, other startup costs. The startup money was pretty much all the savings he had had at that time. So the first summer, he sold through all of their inventory and turned a very small profit. Now, he did well enough to prove the concept, but his only product was a grill brush, and demand dropped significantly in the winter, so Cave Tools remained a side business for the next full year. But in 2014, he launched 2 more products and started turning it into a real business and making money. Cave Tools made the Inc. 5000 in 2018 with $2.5 million in revenue for 2017 and a 1,120% growth over 3 years. Pretty impressive, to take a product, create a product, and then start, selling it. So that guy did a great job, and that's something you can do too. Now, personally, I think the easiest way to get started in the business is buying a business. So to get a millionaire status in the quickest and the best way is just to buy a profitable business that's already out there. Now, I can hear the excuses. You can say, hey, Derek, I don't have the money to buy a business. How am I going to find a business? I don't know what I'm doing. The old saying is, where there's a will, there's a way. So if you really want to do this, you can do it. If you want to be rich, you're going to find investors or family members or somebody to help you buy a great profitable business. If you dig enough, you can find a business. Here's a golden nugget. You can get a business with no money down if you do it right. So let me explain. So here's the biggest opportunity not many people are really talking about right now. There will be 50 million baby boomers retiring in the next 10 years. 12 million of them own businesses currently. Only 20% of those businesses will end up selling. That is 80% who want to sell but can't find a buyer or just find it easier to close their business. Kids don't want to take over the businesses of their parents. So why don't you take it over? Here's what you do. Find a business owner who is close to retirement and you negotiate to take over the business for them. Have the owner just do financing for you, so they finance the whole thing for you. You pay them back over 10 years and they get their payment and you get a business. It's a win-win. You can use the business profits to pay the owner for the business. And the owner gets to sell their business, first of all, not just close it, and they get to make a nice sum of cash over 10 years. So here's an awesome story I wanted to tell you about Sarah, okay? You can find this online. It's incredible. So Sarah Moore, she was under 30 years old, had no money, no experience, and her biggest asset was her car, which was like a RAV4 or something. She spent 1 year hunting through 20,000 plus businesses to find one to buy. She bought a $20 million business called eggcartons.com. Bought it with all debt, aka she had zero money down. Now, how did she do it? Well, she harassed the owner of that company until he replied. They kind of hit it off and they both came up with a valuation together. She then contacted over 100 banks, most of which told her to get lost, till one of them, threw her a bone and agreed to, an uncollateralized loan. So the final deal was 75% bank debt and 25% seller note. So where do I go find these businesses? Well, do what Sarah did and just contact businesses. She contacted 20,000 businesses. You can buy a business also through sites like BizBuySell or find a business broker, to send you business leads. You can check out, businessesforsale.com. Empire Flippers is another one. It's a great site to go buy businesses. So at the end, I wanted to tell you what's the best businesses to buy. I like businesses where you are not strapped to a location. So you can have someone there to manage it, or you do not have to have a ton of employees, right? That's what I personally like. So if I was you, I would look for businesses like car washes, laundromats, storage facility, billboards, online businesses, and door advertising businesses. Now, if you don't care as much as, being and working in a business every day, then, you would look at a service business is probably your best bet. And we mentioned that earlier on, the roofing, gutters, power washing, etc. So if you want to be wealthy in this world, you got to own a business. That is the key. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up, hit the subscribe for me, and check out more of our videos on wealth building and making money. Let us know your thoughts in the comments section.